Oh, and then you're gonna cough. Is Audrey gonna come down here and bring you food? Yes. You want it? No, I don't want it. I just want to record my video so we can go. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Hi, live. Hey, Daddy.
Y'all just don't know the buffoonery to just get a video done. It's real.
Hi, guys. Bye-bye. You can't even see me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So you're gonna tap dance? I told you the buffoonery. Just so y'all know, like the family buffoonery is unreal when you have no workspace. Welcome back to another video here on Life with Love. I am back today with a really great video. How do I want to start this? You know I'm a storyteller. I don't know what this piece of hair is doing. It was irritating me in the camera. You know I'm a little bit of a storyteller. So I have several obsessions, but I have a little bit of a obsession with fragrance lotions. And so usually what happens is I will buy sets. So a lot of my perfumes over the years have come in sets because the sets usually come with a larger size, the travel size, and then you get a body cream, a body lotion. You know, you usually get all three of those things in one, or you get a larger bottle, you get a travel, a rollerball, and then you get the cream. Whatever it is, as long as it has the cream in it, it's generally something that I would buy. So in thinking about where I was taking my business this year, over on lovedavis.com, I recently launched designer inspired candles, which are bomb. You're gonna see another video coming up for that. I do not want you to go out and spend $35, $45, $55, $65, $75, $85 for candles. I have really good candles for $24.50 for regular size candles, and then I'm going to start doing larger candles soon, so just stay tuned for that information. I will also link the candle information in the description box below, but that's a whole candle thing coming. So you can actually get my body creams and my candles at the same time. So going back to the obsession, that's what led me into that. I was literally spending an obscene amount of money on designer lotion only to be comfortable with putting it on my hands and maybe my lower arm, but like not all over my body. Number one, it's very, very strong. So not only was I thinking about like how it fits, how it might break me out, just because it's so much perfume in it that it just didn't respond well. And it doesn't last longer. I'm still ashy after it's gone. So let me go back and backtrack because I feel like my tongue is moving quicker than the words coming out of it, because that's how I talk. Fast and harsh and loud. Maybe not harsh, but fast and loud definitely would be two adjectives I would describe my talking. So the thought was, okay, so you're just going to continue to spend all of this money on designer lotion that you can only put on your hands, possibly your lower arm, and then, you know, in your whole décolletage area, right? Did I say that right? That was like, those are the things that I was thinking about. And then I really am into beauty products and lotions and serums and potions and all of that, right? I'm just really not into makeup. This is almost as much makeup, besides a little bit of cover up and some highlight or something. You're not gonna get too much makeup out of me, right? So I've become the friend that you can buy me one palette, maybe two palettes a year, and I'm good. Like, I'm still Urban Decay palette. I'm good for the year. Smoky, and then that whole like heat. That's it. I'm good with those two palettes my whole life. So, but a red lip, we're going to talk about red lips. Red lips, I'm into nail color. So I had to think about like what my genius zone was and what I love and what I can talk about and what I can be very real about. Because as I've already told you, I'm very upfront and personal. And if this is not the channel for you, you should go ahead and hit off now. But I promise, just stay. Just stay. So, you know, over here on the lifestyle channel, that's what we talk about. We talk about beauty. We talk about fragrance. We talk about lifestyle. All of that wrapped up into one. And so generally that's what we talk about. I go live 2 times a week. I go live on Wednesdays and Sundays. I did not say that. I'm sorry. I did not start the video right. I started with a story and didn't finish. Boop. Okay. Oh, and I talk about jewelry. Sorry. Talk about jewelry. If you guys ever have a question about any piece of jewelry that I'm wearing, 9 times out of 10 I sell it, and it's going to be over on lovedavis.com. So just so you know, just in case you ever have any questions. Back to the story at hand. So I'm into that stuff. And so I was literally, and I'm going to show you, but I was literally spending all of this money on those things over the last couple of years. And so the first thing I thought about was love. What are the two things that you're completely obsessed with, especially since COVID? Candles, which I've always had an obsession with candles. Candles, because I like for things to smell good. I like to smell good. I want my home to smell good. So we're talking about candles, and we're talking about body cream. The video today is dedicated to 4, and it's so many more variations of this coming, but we're going to look at 4 body creams that you must add to your collection right now. 4 designer inspired body creams that you can put all over your body, that's worth the money. It comes in 2 sizes, worth the money, something that you can use and replenish, and it can be on your list and not make you feel like you've spent all of this money without getting like your worth. But I still do buy designer creams, don't get me twisted, don't get it wrong. I'm still a little bit of a fragrance whore, I'm a little bit of a label whore, you know, all the whores all added up together. First fragrance is going to be Black Opium. Okay, Black Opium. I was late to the party with Black Opium, probably with a lot of sense, because honestly, when you get to a point where you're just starting to wear the same scents over and over again, it takes a while to venture out. I go through those phases. Black Opium, to me, I was late for the party, so I didn't jump on it when everybody else was jumping on it. However, it is a must-have. It's a keeper, and it inspired literally my first scent in with the body cream lines. Now, I've seen reviews. I've seen other fragrance bloggers and influencers talk about the reviews of Black Opium, and I'm honestly not going to do a review on Opium itself. What I really wanted to talk about was the notes, and then like what parts of the notes kind of you smell into the body cream. You have to remember that fragrances dry down to get down to the base notes, and that's usually what's attached to the skin. And so if you wanted to get like what the body cream smells like, because number one, my body cream smells amazing. Like, it is very in the 90 and 95th percentile of how close it is to the designer fragrance. The difference would be with the designer, it's got a heavier concentration of perfume oil. It's also thinner, and it's not really for all over, but it can be, but you're still going to need a little extra cream on top of it. Like, you're still going to need a layer. So that would be the difference in like what I'm offering versus what you get from the designer, because of course they have the original fragrance, and so they're able to put like more of that in there. So I do use pure designer oil in my creams, just so you know. All right, so when we look at Black Opium, it was launched of course in 2014, right? So we started with and there's no such thing honestly nowadays with oldies but goodies, but it's still something going on. Y'all see how I talk a lot? So it was the top notes are pear, pink pepper, and orange blossom. The middle notes are coffee, jasmine, bitter almond, and licorice. And then your base notes are vanilla, patchouli, cedar, and then cashmere wood. What you're going to get in my body cream is you're going to get a variation. So the body cream, so I want you to see, if I can get you a good picture, let's see. This is how thick the cream is. If you guys can see. I was trying to find my face, sorry. So that's how thick the cream is, okay? And so when I say it's an all over body cream, of course it's got components of, so let me show you. Oh, look how black my elbow is. Just in case you wanted to see what the thickness of the cream looks like. And so one of the things I can say is, if you're looking for components or you're looking for variants to rate it, oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. Oh my god, it smells good. It smells good. It smells good. I keep looking over here to make sure the camera didn't stop. Y'all, it just smells amazing. It smells amazing. So let me tell you what it doesn't smell like. It doesn't smell like initially what you smell when you initially smell the fragrance. It smells like the dry down. And you know that like when you spray fragrances, there is a dry down that happens within. But it's so close. Like it's so close to the actual smell that comes out. I did it again. I'm spraying things and my mouth is open. My whole life. Every time I record a fragrance video, my whole life. So just so you know, it leaves a very smooth texture. You see how thick it is. This is the winter formulation, just so that you don't have to layer up. So of course it's got, you know, a little bit of shea butter in it. It's really a very how do I want to say this? This video is becoming way too long. This body cream embodies everything that's good for your body, in a thick cream that has the designer inspired smell on it, fragrance to it, but it's also just a very good body cream. Okay. All right, and so for a fraction of the price, so this is the 8-ounce jar. This jar is $19.50, and then you can get a matching 4-ounce jar if you want. There are sets that are on the website that come with the candle and the jars as well, depending on which set you want to purchase. So those are the 2 sizes that it comes in. So the first fragrance is going to be Black Opium, and you're looking for in a fragrance, and I'm going to show you 2 of the designer fragrance lotions that I do have left, so that you can get to see like what mine was, and then kind of what the other consistency is of the designer fragrance. The second fragrance is going to be Flower Bomb. I have no idea where the top is. All right, so Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb, everybody knows about it, right? And again, this is the Flower Bomb cream. Same consistency, worth it, 95% close to the original formulation of the fragrance spray. So it is, again, I look at consistency of the lotion, I look at the health kind of meter in the lotion, and then the third thing I'm making sure is that we have a smell that is very representative of the lotion, and just one where you wear it, like, even if you can't smell it, I promise people around you can smell it. This one is very, very full. This was very, very full to the top. I want to make sure you got all 8 ounces of your 8 ounces. And again, it's kind of light, but it's bomb. Like, just really, really close to the longer you keep the tops on it, it's almost like it regenerates itself. But that is the consistency of the body cream. Again, this is 8 ounces. You're probably going to get 9 ounces in this one, just because. And it comes again in the 2 sizes, the 8 ounce and then the 4 ounce. The 4 ounce, for whatever reasons, that one doesn't have a top. I don't know why, but you're gonna get those. You're gonna get that in there. All right, number 3. Number 3 is going to be Burberry Weekend. And so I have the Burberry Weekend cream that goes with. So let me tell you this. Right now, this goes for about $60 on eBay if you can get your hands on it. I was able to get my hands on it, and you have to shake it. And listen, I hope you can hear that. That's how liquidy that is. Nope, nothing. You hear absolutely nothing in my cream. So this is how liquidy this is, and not because it's half empty, it's because it's that liquidy. So this is Burberry Weekend. If you know anything about this fragrance, let me just say this. Burberry Weekend is one of those ones where I feel like it doesn't stay on people's radar enough. Let me give you the fragrance notes for Burberry Weekend. One of the reasons why it's not on people's radar is because it's from the 1990s, right? It came out in 1997, but it's just one of those ones. It's one of those Burberrys that you should have. If you're going into any other signature scent, keep this. A really great fragrance to have, period. It goes a long way. A little goes a long way. You can generally find them at Nordstrom Rack, or I always see them at Nordstrom Rack. For about $39.99, and that's usually where I get it from. Very rarely do I see it at maybe Ross or Burlington, but it's still $39.99. So it's around $40. It's definitely worth keeping in your fragrance wardrobe, and I just want you to think about that one. Now, there are some top notes. There's one I've never ever heard of, but it says top notes are mignonette, mandarin orange, and sage. The middle notes are nectarine, blue hyacinth, peach blossom, rose hip, and iris, and then red cyclamen and violet root. All of that is in the middle. Half of that I've never ever heard of. Okay, and then of course the base notes are musk, sandalwood, and cedar. However, if you've never smelled Burberry Weekend, just go get you a sample. It's worth it. It's trust and believe when I say it's worth keeping it on your fragrance. In your fragrance wardrobe, on your counter, wherever you keep it, on your dresser, wherever you keep it. But let's talk about the consistency of the lotion. So most designer lotions are very thin and very wet. So you've already seen what the consistency of mine is, and just look. See how quick that comes out? Like literally, it's very, very, that might be disgusting to look at. But that's Burberry Weekend right there. And voila, we're done. Like just a couple. There's no really rubbing it in. It's very wet. and very, very strong. So the number 3 is going to be Burberry Weekend. This one has the right label on it. It says this weekend here, which is really a play on whether or not you're having a really great weekend or whether or not you're having a really bad weekend, or a weekend in between, or it's just one of those times where it could be a combination of both, and you're just really thinking like, damn, this weekend here was blank. And then the last body cream, I saved one of my faves for last. My 4th pick is going to be Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. If you've never smelled Good Girl, the fact that it comes in this sexy heel should be enough for you to go out and buy it. Nothing that stinks would ever come in packaging that looks like this. This is just an amazing, sultry, sexy scent. It can, however, dry down to me to be a little light. So it leaves a hint of sexy, but it's a light scent of sexy, where you might have to reapply within, I would say, 3-4 hours. So it doesn't stay on you all day, but it definitely leaves an alluring scent where you just, if you top it off, you kind of get back to sexy again. And so the packaging, or the title for this one, is like, You Good Girl. So it's almost like you're asking your friend like, hey girl, you good? That's what the packaging name for this one is. So it says you Good Girl. And of course, I just want to show you what the bottling looks like. Again, you can get an 8 ounce or you can get a 4 ounce cream, depending on how far your pockets run that week. Top notes: almond, coffee, bergamot, lemon. Middle notes are tuberose, jasmine sambac, orris, orange blossom, and bulgaria. The base notes are going to be tonka bean, cocoa, cacao, I said cocoa, cacao, vanilla, praline, sandalwood, amber, musk, cashmere wood, patchouli, cinnamon, and cedar. And so I do have the 3, is this 3 ounces? This is 3.4 ounces of the cream. Let me show you what the cream looks like. Now this is probably the thicker of it. This is the thickest body cream probably that I've ever purchased. However, it smells amazing. Absolutely smells amazing. It's still a little thinner, but you do get a little bit more thickness with this cream right here. So this is an all over body cream if you're not sensitive to body creams, if you wanted to get it. This 3.4 ounces costs $55. You can look it up on any website. It is $55. And then you can get my version, which is just a little bit lighter than the designer version. So this version is a little bit lighter. It's almost on point. The designer version has a little bit more fragrance oil in it than my version, because my version has more of the nutrients that you need that's good for your body in a body cream, if that makes sense. So less fragrance oil in here, better cream, better pricing, but it still, again, smells almost just like it. I would give this one a 90% instead of a 95% if I had to rate my own, as far as how close it is to the designer fragrance. And so that is it. That is it. That's all. I'm tired of my tongue being tied. That's it. So I'm going to put a link to all of the products in the description box below. Make sure you try them. If you want to start with the 4 ounce and then build your way back up to something that you can purchase every 2 weeks, let me at least say this before I end. The 4 ounce is going to last for about 1 to 2 weeks. 2 good weeks, honestly, if you use it all over your body. The 8 ounce is going to last 2 to 3 weeks. Again, depending on how much you put it all over your body, it can stretch to 4 weeks. If you're looking for how much time or when you would need to reapply or repurchase, repurchase, that is what you're looking at, like how long the lotion is going to last. And it also depends on how much you use and if you use it every day. So every day you're going to get about 10, I would say 8 to 10 days out of this one. And then the double, you're going to probably get 20. You're probably going to get 20 to 24 days out of this one, which is why I said about 3 weeks out of the big one. So this one's going to cost, I'm going to say roughly $20. And this one's going to cost roughly, I want to say $13. Just so I can give you a price point of what you would be looking like once you go over to the website, which is linked in the description box below. And that's it. I am done. So I'm going to end like I always end. Make sure you give the video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn your notifications on. That's what YouTube needs in order to stay relevant on this channel, and that's what I need from you. All right, guys, until next time.